Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're checking out Paranormal by Matt Cohen. This is a procedurally generated first-person haunting simulation. The idea being every time you go through the game, essentially it's going to be slightly different. And no, there is no correlation between me having just played Paranautical Activity and now Paranormal, which is obviously referencing Paranormal Activity. Just a complete coincidence. It's something I wanted to check out for a while. It looks kind of cool. And it showed up in a bundle that I happened to grab recently, which unfortunately has already ended, so, no need to plug it at this point. But this game is available right now for $10 on Desera, and it is also on Steam Greenlight, hopefully going to make its transition over to Steam eventually, provided this does get some upvotes. And, from the little bit I've heard and read about it, it looks like it's a fairly good experience. So let's give this a shot. I am curious to know how this is going to go. I might do a little run of a couple of horror games in a row for the next few days, we'll see. Kind of neglected doing some of those for a bit. Although I have done quite a few first-person games in the last few days, but hopefully that's no big deal. Wesker's time to disappear? What does that mean? Are we making a Resident Evil reference here, or is this some completely different Wesker? I mean, how many Weskers do we really need? Look at the Alan Wake letters going. Sorry, I don't mean to sound jaded. Alright, so what do we have here? Pick full recording or quick recording. Full?
It's Friday, July 1st, 2011. Hello, my name is Mattel Clark. I'm an artist, and I've come to believe that my house is haunted. Lately, things have been going bump in the night. A lot. So, I've set up cameras around my studio, and I've got one here, and I've started recording things to try and prove to people that I'm not going crazy. This is the studio. This is where the magic happens. Don't mind the posing mannequins. I picked those up at Amazon. They help me visualize the 3D space when I'm working on my sculptures. There's some works in progress over there on the mat. Hopefully something will happen here in a second. Really trying to show that this is real and that I'm not trying to get famous on the internet.
Okay, is this the part where I get to play? There we go, okay. I didn't mean for that to sound so negative, but no, that was actually kind of a cool setup. I wasn't expecting there to actually be some sort of a narrative involved in this. I figured it was just going to, let us loose, and we just go around and check on stuff. So, actually, it was kind of cool seeing that happen, and I guess we are framing the whole Paranormal Activity situation pretty well. So, as far as objectives, I guess we're just going to look around.
Marcus came home from work today seeming really flustered. When I asked what was wrong, he yelled at me and threw the bird's cage to the floor. What was our first pet together? July 1st, 1983. I don't understand why Marcus has been so stressed lately. I know being a teacher is tough, but the least he could do is talk to me about it so I can help him. July 4th, 1983. Fireworks are going off. Marcus hasn't returned home from work yet, and we're going to go watch the fireworks together. Another lonely night at home, just me and all the wine I can find. July 5th, 1983. I got the call today. The police found Marcus dead in his own classroom. I have trouble even thinking about this. It hasn't even fully sunk in yet, I suppose. My husband is gone forever, and I never got to say goodbye.
Alright, well, I was debating whether or not I would let it read that whole thing, but I just wanted to see how the voice work was, and it seems pretty decent. Okay, it doesn't appear that there are, physics interactions. I thought maybe I could knock him over or something. There seem to be a lot of shaders going on. There's, a noise filter, a contrast filter, some motion blur, a lot of anti-aliasing, which is good. But we're definitely trying to create some sort of, a UI-based look through a camera. I mean, I know that's obviously what we're doing, but we're going through all the lengths to simulate that, which is nice. Seems to be a bunch of weird crap going on up here. I do have a light, by the way, which I just turned on. That's a very uncomfortable looking chair if I've ever seen one. Pencil, can we touch you? No. As you can see, just to highlight the filters thing, like there's actually sort of like a shaky cam simulation too, because I'm just moving very slightly, and see all that crazy jittering happening with the pencil? Anyway, probably not a big deal, but I just thought I'd point it out. Seems to be some flickering coming from over here. It's kind of hard to tell because you can't always know what you're seeing through your own eyes versus what you're seeing because you're looking through the camera with all the crazy filters. And it appears as if my charge is going down fairly quickly as well. Is that a key? Can I take it? Doesn't appear so. And if you didn't notice, there was actually like a smashing glass sound that happened while the character was reading that little piece of paper down before. I just took a fish. Why can I do that? Can I take both fish? Wait, did I... It is possible that I didn't actually take the fish and that it just happened to disappear the exact same moment I pressed E, and maybe it was just supposed to be super creepy or something. But either way, that was a really funny coincidence because it was like dead on the second.
Battery's low.
What? Find a bed.
I can at least charge it by my bed when I'm sleeping tonight.
That was not a very long time. Oh. Do we have a defective mirror, or is there some sort of a spectral disturbance that is not allowing me to see myself? Is there... It almost looks like... I think there's a model there. See it? There's something jittering about, like a blue haze. I think that's me, but it's not exactly how people are supposed to be. Is there a face in the corner there? Is that... I don't know, I can't understand what's designed to be creepy and what's just me misunderstanding. It looks like it's actually supposed to be simulating what's there. Anyway, I don't want to obsess over the mirror for too long.
August 11th,
oh no.
1984.
I'm gonna run out
Not
of
alone
stuff.
in this house. I can feel Marcus watching. He knows about Jeremy, he knows about the baby. I'd never been a religious woman, but I need Christ right now more than ever. August 23rd,
He added a word.
1984. I woke up this morning only to find Jeremy dead in the bathtub. The water was red with blood. Marcus did this. He killed his own brother. My only reason for living is the baby within my womb. September 2nd, 1984. The lights keep flickering, the banging noises won't let up. The doors keep slamming. Marcus is angry. September 7th, 1984. I wish he would kill me already. Kill the baby, I don't even care. Just stop the pain. I hate him. I hate you, Marcus. I hate you. What the hell was going on in here?
Alright, so something scary is supposed to be happening right now. I heard slamming or something, and then I think the door opened. I should probably preface that I don't do like the scary game thing that most YouTubers do. I just kind of play them like a real person might. So if I do get actually scared or make any weird sounds, it's because I'm legitimately scared or confused or whatever. I don't seem to be able to move my character anymore. I don't know what just happened. I guess I'm dead. Did I lose? Did I do this badly? Did they cut my head off? Alright, so I guess I did get that fish. And some kind of a globe. I think that says Hell on Earth or Hall on Earth. I can't quite tell. There were some strange things with the resolution, by the way. I should point out that I always record in 1280 by 720, and this is not a resolution that's able to be done natively by this game unless you use a console command, which I thought was kind of weird. The developer said they'll probably address that in future patches, so that's good. I guess we'll just start up a new game. I'm not sure what to make of this game yet. I guess it's still a little too early to say. I'm just going to keep looking around and seeing what happens. How about a quick recording to see what the difference is?
July 1st.
I kind of don't want to listen to that again. Alright. Oh, did I not notice this before? Anyway, I figured all that out regardless. And we can look at our laptop, I guess. Looks like they're running Windows 7. It's a Chrome user, that's good. And UDK's got Steam open, and Photoshop, and iTunes. Yeah, it just kind of looks like my computer right now, actually. That'd be funny if it actually, like, read the OS that you're running on your computer and then made the laptop have the same one. You see the live tiles. Run for your life. Anyway, I did want to also point out something, and I'm not sure how relevant this is going to be to a lot of you, but I figured it'd be worth getting into anyway. And I have talked about this in a couple of previous episodes, but I have a thing with UDK games, and that's what this is, meaning Unreal Development Kit. I've been told by a few people that they're happy that I'm such a supporter of Unity engine games, and I definitely am, and there's a good reason for it. And that's that compared to UDK, installing Unity games is a freaking breeze. There's like nothing to it. You just freaking click on the thing, it opens, you select what resolution you want, and you're done. When you install a UDK game, though, unless it's done through Steam or something, you basically have to sit through a bunch of progress bars, select a bunch of folders, wait for it to install DirectX for the umpteen billionth time, and the whole thing is just kind of arduous. And as somebody who spends a lot of time installing video games, it is a huge boon to me to be able to just jump right into a game. And honestly, I don't see a lot of advantages to UDK over Unity. I mean, I don't know the specific details, so I mean, I might be off base in saying that, but at least from an end-user perspective, it seems like the majority of things that need to be done are done just fine in Unity. I mean, if you have like a semi-sophisticated knowledge of it, I suppose. I'm not sure how, like the back end, how friendly that is to developers, but, you know, having used UDK myself a little bit for some map editing and stuff, I mean, it's a fine 3D engine to map stuff in, but as far as programming and scripting, I have no knowledge there. But so it basically, oh, something loud happened. The end result of me saying all that is I really prefer Unity games whenever possible, and installing UDK games is annoying. But if your game's on Steam, then it doesn't matter. Okay. Stuff's falling over. Could be because I knocked into it, but it looked pretty scripted. I guess those were jump scares or something. I don't know. I'm not terribly affected by that. So last time when I went upstairs to the bathroom, I just died. So do I want to do that again? See if it's different? I don't know if that dummy happened to move itself out to that position. Not really sure I care if it did, though. You gotta sell me on the suspense a little bit more before we start doing the scary crap that fast. Like, we need a little bit more of a build-up. You need to have a few days go by where nothing really happens to establish what the norm even is. Of course, take everything I say with a pretty big grain of salt, because I'm not your typical, like, horror game player, as I've probably said, well, as I've said earlier already in this episode. Why is the water going sideways?
Great. The battery's low.
I'm not a fan of this battery thing.
Charge it by my bed when I'm sleeping tonight.
Alright, let's go to bed. Let's play Let's Go to Bed Simulator. Loud sound. Cool. And please don't take my somewhat dismissiveness at the scary things happening as that I'm having a negative reaction to the game, because that's not what I mean. I just don't really get too bothered by it. I don't know, it takes a lot more to scare me, I guess, than the average person for whatever reason, at least when it comes to games. In real life, I'm probably pretty easy to scare, but I don't know, I feel like this is a slightly different realm. You gotta work a little harder.
June 27th.
No, thanks. We're good. I meant to click on the door. It decided I wanted to touch that piece of paper, apparently. But to weigh in again, I mean, why? Why is that happening? Nothing about this game is actually making me go like, oh, this is bad, I don't want to play this. It's just like, it seems kind of average. The presentation's nice, though. I mean, this is all fairly cool, convincing looking. I really like the Michael Jackson poster. That's neat. And multiple colors, no less. I forgot, was this the bedroom over here somewhere? Apparently, if I don't charge my camera in time, I will just die. Oh, okay. Right, I forgot Paranormal Activity overnight. All the scary stuff happens when you're sleeping and it records it. It's very dark in here, though. I can't really see what's happening. Right, so I hear people walking upstairs, possibly doors opening. A lot of walking around. Going to sleep will trigger a new day with new hauntings. Okay. Is that shadow from me? Where is that coming from? Oh, I get it. That's cute. Supposed to look out there, because it's actually a pretty good frame. Because you can't really make out the figure at all. It's completely silhouetted or obfuscated by the darkness, and then you turn on the light, and it's like, oh my goodness, a thing. Why do I keep moving? Sometimes just weird sounds happen when you click on normal stuff. I gotta take that fish every time. I clicked on this, and it made that pickup sound, but nothing actually changed or happened. Is this supposed to be blood? Is this just gross? I don't know what that is. Hey, Ouija board. L E A V E. I figured it out by E. Goodbye. Leave. And then it should say yes. Oh. I figured if it didn't say yes or like goodbye, then it would say like 666 or something. Actually, that would be really awkward to do on a Ouija board, because you'd have to go 6 and then go to another letter and then go back to 6. You can't even do consecutive letters unless, well, like you pick it up and put it back down. Whatever. Oh, the door opened again. What's this? Is that a wolf crossed with an otter? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be so demeaning. There's no reason for that. What is up with this chair? So clearly the spectral activity really has it out for me. Hey, a safe. I wonder if we can get in there. Wait, was this on before? I would assume that the light would work in the room that it's in, but it doesn't seem to do that. Oh wait, is that the light? Yeah, it is. It just doesn't actually seem to really cast much light because I have my flashlight on. My fault. Oh wait, so the Michael Jackson picture isn't Michael Jackson anymore. What is that? I don't know, it's got so many cracks on it, it's kind of hard to make out the actual picture. Yeah, I hear it. I hear it, it's kind of loud. I mean, is it just me, or like the framing of a game like this becomes much less scary when you're expecting it to be exactly what it says it is? Like, the best way to get people really scared is through misdirection, in my opinion. If this game was marketed less as, like, a haunting simulator and more as, like, a drama that happens to have some crazy stuff happening in it. Yeah, okay. Steps going up, the things fell down. Then I would probably be much more likely to be lulled into a sense of false security. And when stuff's just happening constantly, I don't really feel any kind of suspense. And that's like all horror is about, is suspense and psychological build-ups. Or jump scares, and for me that doesn't do much. See, I don't even know what just happened there, so we just blanked out. The camera decided now we're gonna have this other shot, and then it moved something. See, when you're in a video game, you're already in a state of, like, suspended disbelief, because everything... Well, no, that's probably not the right way to say it. Okay, well, everything can happen within its own realm without making anything seem special. There's no effects necessary. Like, by nature, video games are just able to be molded to the whim of the developer. Yeah, things are getting pretty hectic now. So I'm not, like, extra impressed when... What is that supposed to be? I don't know what... Are those flower petals? Because they're gigantic. I don't know. Anyway... Where was I? I was saying... Oh, okay. There's my phone going off. Anything that you can imagine is within the realm of possibility for a video game developer, so not like in real life where you're trying to do cinematography and you have to, like, simulate all the things that you want to happen in as naturalistic a manner as possible. Also, do we really need to know that it's the kitchen? I mean, we know it's the kitchen. You can see it. So, yeah, I'm not as impressed. Oh, and I'm going to die if I don't get back to bed. I'm not as impressed when they decide to use some scripting. Does it say nice dog? I imagine D-A-W-G, which made it funny. Can I sprint? Let's do that. Otherwise, I'm not going to make it to bed in time. Oh, there's steps going up the wall. Right, so I don't know. Hopefully I've finished that thought at some point in my rambling, incoherent mess of a narrative. But, yeah, I mean, it's just, it doesn't do it for me as much when you just move stuff around, because, you know, I could probably write a script that makes an object slide from left to right, too. But you also have to be in the right mood for this kind of thing, I guess, and I'm coming at it from a sort of a jaded perspective. And again, I'm not even saying that this is bad. I'm just saying for people that are somewhat skeptical of horror games, this might be a little tough for you to just get into. I'm trying to understand what's going on there. Is something lighting on fire now? Can we skip this part? Thank you. I'm not sure if I skipped it or if I just decided to. And of course, this is happening right around the same time as the death written in the note. Just kind of cliche, right? Don't sleep. But, you know, if you're the type of person that really gets into horror games... Alright. That was a little jarring, actually. God, don't do that to the speaker, man. That's awful. It's like blown out, crazy sound. Those are huge footprints, by the way, and that faucet is also gigantic. Okay, you're gonna let me out? Thank you. Alright, so let's talk about some of the positive things here. There does seem to be a very vast number of different... Oh, wait, no, I don't want to do that again. Of different variables and things that are changing. And that all takes a lot of time and effort. Can you move, please? I can't pick up the mannequin and move it? Really? Okay, I had to wait for a sound effect to end before it would fall over. I wish I had a better flashlight, too. It's still very dark. Well, I know I said I was going to do a bit of a run on the positives, but another thing that just came to my mind is the fact that Okay, every time I go down these stairs, something weird happens. The protagonist that we're playing as doesn't seem to have much to say about the situation, like he's just been silent the whole time, except for when he reads notes. What happened on this couch? Something weird. Oh, I can get the Cupid. So I want to collect some stuff. Oh. Is that a chupacabra chasing a deer? Oh, that's actually pretty gross. Yeah. Weird photoshopped images of ghosts and stuff. I don't even know what that's a picture of. What are you? Isn't that a Korn album? I swear to you, that is a Korn album. Anyway. Cover, I meant. Oh, I really want that sound to stop happening. Where do I turn that off? There it is. Thank you. Oh, what's this? Is this the remains of all the cremated mannequins that started a fire last night? Sarah. So I guess what the camera battery does for you is it essentially makes it like a timer that says, well, we have this much time to fit in scripted events that you have to walk around through, and by the time the... Oh, house is evil, nice. By the time we get to the end of that, it's time to go back to bed so we can reset all the events. Right. That screamer was actually pretty jarring, but, you know, that's just the nature of the sound of a woman screaming. Oh, jeez, what are we doing here? The pipes. It's like in Harry Potter, too. Maybe there's a basilisk in them. I hear the phone going off in the other room. I should probably go check that out, huh? Oh, can I climb up here? Really? Oh, I can. This is gonna be good. I haven't even gone up here yet. Attics are where the most evil things happen ever. I know to press F to activate... Oh, how are you gonna tell me about that at this point in the game? We've already been playing this for days. I mean, in-game days. I'm a little sad to find out that the use of dynamic shadows is a little bit on the minimal side. Because honestly, like, Silent Hill 2 was one of the best for that. Oh, geez, now we gotta run for our lives and get back to the bedroom again. Where we instantly die for some reason. So the character is accurately modeled enough that he has stamina and gets tired when you run too much, but he doesn't seem to have any kind of opinions or fears when it comes to these things like showing up in his house all over the place. He doesn't want to, like, leave. Or, you know, run for his life or anything. He seems pretty complacent about the whole thing. But it says don't sleep. I have to sleep, because when my battery goes out, then I won't be able to record anymore or something. Oh. He's not gonna let me sleep this time. Shadow mad. Yeah, that's the thing that happens when you get a Govy in Shadow Man. And then you get sweet powers. Actually, if that thing was hovering at the foot of my bed, I would definitely... That would be my heart exploding right there. From fear, I guess. So, I mean, is that really the end result of every game, is we just are dead for some reason? We can't, like, solve the problem, we can't get through it. I mean, there's not really a depth to the psychology going on here. It's just like, here's a fun house full of scary things that happen. And sometimes you'll see some of them, sometimes you'll see other ones, but most of the time you'll get a fish. I guess that's the quote you can take away from this episode. I almost want to keep playing it, though, which is the weirdest thing. I'm not really sure why. I guess I just want to see how far the developer will go to make this whole thing seem more interesting and appealing. Like, how many different directions can we take this in? I don't know, I really have mixed feelings about this one, because I like the idea of it at its core. But I think the presentation needs a lot of work. The build-up definitely needs work, and I'm really not sure about the gameplay convention as far as using the camera and then, you know, having the battery run out. But then again, you know, it's really hard for me to judge considering I'm not your typical, like, horror game guy. So maybe this does do a lot for a lot of people, and if that's the kind of thing you're into, I guess it's pretty well done then. So, I don't know, maybe the end result of this is, like, I'm not qualified to have an opinion on this or something. Because I definitely don't want to say that this is bad. Even though I know I spent a while kind of bashing it, but I didn't mean it to come across as bashing. I was just sort of being a little bit cynical and skeptical. I don't know, I guess I'm kind of going around in circles here. I have a hard time justifying paying $10 for this. So, I mean, if you can see it maybe as a package deal, if you find this in a group with other games, probably worth grabbing it then. And just as a fun experiment, like if you want to get some friends together and you're, I don't know, being goofy and drinking and you want to play a game late at night, I imagine the atmosphere and the ambience around you could probably make a pretty big difference in what you take away from this. You have to totally be willing to go along for the ride, and that's the problem with me right now, is I wasn't doing that. But it still was fun to just kind of go through it and see what happens. Well, the nice thing is, even if I have this opinion, since it's sort of different every single time, you're going to be the only one that's really, like, the arbiter of what you actually think about this game. It's going to be completely dependent on a lot of variables, including how you're feeling that day, what kind of environment you're playing in, how loud your sound is, how big your monitor is, to what degree you get scared by video games, to what degree you get scared by anything. Then, of course, the random elements within the game itself. So, honestly, it's like I kind of just can't have an opinion here. And I feel a little silly saying it, but I guess that is just what it is. So I fully expect lots of hate comments on this episode, and I'm sorry, I did everything I could, but I'm just going to be me when I play these things, so I don't know. We'll try something else tomorrow. We'll see if it comes out a little differently. I'm not going to do the whole scare cam thing. It's not for me. So that's Paranormal. Opinion, mixed. So thank you, as always, for watching another episode of Indie Impressions, and be sure to visit our website, www.indie-impressions.com. Check out all the videos, old and new, see what kind of reviews and stuff you might have missed on the YouTube channel. Leave some comments over there, check out our forums, and just generally have a good time. You can check out all the free games, by the way, too, so if you just want to see a huge list of some cool stuff you can go play tonight for nothing, that's one way to do it. But when you're done with the website, facebook.com/indieimpressions might be your next destination. If you'd like to leave a like on that page, that helps me out a bit. And then you'll get every day's new video delivered right into your Facebook stream. I also do the occasional news update and or contest over there, so, it never hurts and only takes a second. Helps me out, and it should be a good time for all. And lastly, if you're an indie developer and you'd like to possibly have your game shown off on the show, at RockLeeSmile on Twitter is the quickest way to grab me, but I also have a contact form right on the website. So feel free to send me an email. I would be happy to talk with you, and the same goes for anybody else. If you're just watching and you want to say hi, I'm totally open to that. Please come say hi. I'm very happy to discuss pretty much anything with you guys. So that is going to wrap us up for another episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you come back again tomorrow for another, and have a lovely night.